It is a hot one today. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to change out the rear window motor on a 1991 GMC Suburban, not Squarebody. It should be the same for your crew cabs. It doesn't matter. So I've already done it on Blue Jay, so I'm not going to do it on that. I'm going to show you guys how to do it on this door because, well, it's going to be easier for me than doing it on my Suburban. So it doesn't matter, driver side, passenger side, it's the same thing. You'll need a 7/16 for all the bolts you got to take off. You're going to be taking off these two nuts, those two bolts, and this one bolt here. This is also got to come off. But these are your window regulator bolts. And then this one's for this track right here. But you have to get that out so that track will move. We're going to be taking out these 4 bolts, which is for your handle. And then we'll worry about taking out the bolts for the window regulator. But you do have to remember that odds are this regulator is not going to want to let go easily. So you're going to have to wind up giving it a good love tap with a hammer to get it to pop out. Let's get started. This little rod right here, it just... Normally you would have this window taped up or you'd have a helper holding it. In my particular case, and for this rear window, it's actually easier if you don't have it taped up yet, because you're gonna have to move it up and down to try to get the regulator out. Now we're gonna be getting this off. So what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna put a little bit of pressure right here. That way it's up, and then this regulator will just kind of pop out. Now it will fall if I just let go. It'll fall all the way until the regulator hits the bottom. Now I'm holding all the weight of the window. This arm, this roller's got to come out, and there will be another roller on this arm that comes this, and we'll slide it this way out. And then there's one right here down, right there. First, we're going to slide this side out. So slide the whole regulator over. Oop, I'm stuck right here. Okay, slide the whole regulator over, and then we're gonna get this wheel out first. Don't drop your glass. And at the same time, it's basically gonna come out that bottom track right here too. Both of these sides usually come out at the same time. Now that that's out, we can move this roller to this little slot right here, and it'll pop out. Now the regulator is just sitting there and the window is free. This right here would be the moment that you would tape the window up, which I'm going to do, but I'm going to do that off camera. Now that we got that window taped up, you're going to want to unplug the wire. So down in here, see, there's your plug in. Come on. There we go. Got it off. Now that we got that, we can move the one arm, get them close together, fish it out. There we go, done. This is your window regulator and motor. It's pretty simple. If your window was all the way down when you did this, this spring right here would be on a buttload of tension. So up is the best way to do it. Get that locked in. All right, I think this window motor's been changed before. So you might have rivets in these 4 spots that you have to drill out. I personally don't, because I assume this window motor has been changed before. Here is the replacement part. This is the part number. It's a doorman part. This motor doesn't matter if it's driver side or passenger. It's the same motor. It comes with the bracket. Kind of sits on there one of those ways. And then bolts to put the bracket on and attach the bracket to the housing. So mine, because it's bolted, I'm just gonna unbolt it and bolt the new bracket to it, or the new motor to it. If yours is riveted, then you're gonna have to drill out those rivets. You just gotta remember when you do those rivets that it can still be under tension, especially if the motor was down at the time it died. I'll give you a little clip in a second. This is the hardest one, this bottom one. Anyway. Okay, as you can see, it's under some tension. Now watch, I'll let go. See how it starts to move the motor? That's because this spring and regulator was still underneath a little bit of tension. Just remember to kind of hold this like this, and then get it out, or slowly move it up, because it is, look, it's under tension. It'll go boing and shoot it off. This plate is already, I'm assuming, been changed, and that's why it's bolted on, so I'm not going to be changing this plate. But you might have rivets here, you might have bolts, I don't know. So I'm not going to use this plate, this brand new one. That's just going to be a spare. And we're going to attach the new motor to this. Just be careful when you tighten them. Do not over tighten, because they are cheap, fine thread ones, and they will probably strip out. What we're going to be doing is, my window motor is actually not bad. It's actually a good window motor. I just bought a new one for you guys, solely for you guys, but don't worry, I'll return it. It's fine, I didn't use it. Okay, now you got to make sure when you put it on there, you can have it fully out to where it's supposed to be, off tension completely. Then you just slide it in, and see, now we know it's fully ready, and then I can start bolting all this back together. Because when we put it in the vehicle, we're going to be hitting the switch to articulate it. That way we can get the bolt holes to line up. So it doesn't matter the placement, just have it completely off tension when you go to do it. So it'll give me a second to get these tightened up, and then we'll get over there and show you exactly what we're talking about. Let's get her back in here. That's the easy part. The trick is going to be, get this top right one in that slot first. Remember the slot in the track? There we go. Okay, so that one's in. Now for the rest, I'm going to have this window to where it moves again. So, FYI, the tape did not hold, and this fell when it was off camera. It's fine. There we go. Now that we can lower it a little bit, see? This left side, you have to basically get the top and the bottom in at the same time in order to get it to work. Come on. This is the fun part. This is probably going to take you the most time of all of it. Okay, see, now I got that one started. As you can see, it's just starting to go in there. Now we got to get this one down here. And this one's a lot harder to get started in at the same time. So we're going to have to come up with a window and feel. There's no doing this by sight. You do it all by feel. Kind of tip the window regulator towards you. Push up on the window as you're going. Now this last one is the nightmare one. There we go. Well, we got it. Oh, I gotta take a second. Now we got the window regulator back in there. But remember, it's still not in its spot. So this can still fall down. It won't as easily, but it still can. These bolts are still not in the holes, and this isn't lined up. So this is the part that'll be easier if it's on the vehicle, because I don't have power to this. So you need to be able to hook power back up. That way you can move the window motor so the regulator bolts will line up again. I'm gonna hook the power back up here. Now I wouldn't recommend doing this, but this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna turn this on. Yep, okay, turn it on, 12 volts, I got power. What I did was I back probed the positive into the red wire, and then now the negative, I'm gonna complete the circuit on this by connecting it to either the green wire or the purple wire. And then my switch will work one way. If it's the green, it'll work up, I think. If it's the purple, it'll work down, you know, or vice versa. Back probe it to the green wire. See how it's moving? That one's making it move down. Now, make sure these aren't touching. These bolts look like they should line up. If I push up on this regulator, we're gonna find out. Hold this. Just get one started enough. Okay, now one's started enough. This one's still not lined up, and these aren't lined up yet, but they're actually pretty close. There we go, we got a little bit more. Okay, now that those pushed in, we can get those started. We're not gonna fully tighten them up, we're just starting them so it doesn't fall out. As you can see, are not lined up. Okay, I had to move it, I guess, manually. So we'll get that in ourselves. All right, there's that. All those are tight. Then we got to move this rod, this track, back into place. So we just got to find it. There we go, see? And then we'll bolt that back in, because that's your window track for when it goes all the way down. You know, technically when this is out, what you should do is you should probably put some grease on this, and you should probably grease your wheels, your rollers, but I didn't do that because, you know, this store's not on anything. Now we're gonna make sure this goes all the way down and up. Okay, there's all the way down. Well, within reason, there's all the way down. Let's roll it all the way back up. There we go, all the way up. As you can see, it goes all the way up and all the way down like it's supposed to. Even though it's on a door with a broken window that I'll probably never use, but it works, right? If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking or subscribing. It doesn't cost you a thing, and every week or two, you can see what I'm up to.